Hello, losing weight with me Ryan here. It's Thursday and it's 19th of March. Um, Reviews. I have ripped quite a few since the last time, and I thought I'd start telling you about a little bit about the changes in the ripping procedure I'd done. I got tired of a lot of records. We're talking 60-70% at least, that is unacceptably off center. Um, Even old records, new presses are also it's the same no matter when they were pressed. It's a really strange situation actually, but obviously most people have the same idea. And I got very sensitive for the the pitch differences when I had a little bit of a speed problem with a record player a few months back, and so my sensitivity for the off-centered records increased a lot. It was really irritating. So I start Saturday or Sunday, one weekend day, I sit down for a couple of hours and take out a bunch of upcoming rips of records and just start checking out how off center they are, and simply drill out a little bit in the center hole and make a mark with a pen which way I should push it up and clamp it down before playing it. So there is virtually no pitch variation. I accept that the off-center level is within the groove progression, so it just moves a little bit faster forward now and then, but never front and back a bit, a lot. So and every record since I started with that has been basically pitch perfect. It's really nice actually, and it's worth doing actually. So I can recommend most people doing that if you really care about listening to vinyl. Um, and I've noticed a few records are really not cared for as much as I do. So I'm considering getting a proper record cleaning machine. Um, but I'm a little bit worried. So far, it's only about 3 or 4 records. But if they mount up quite a bit, then I'll probably spring for that. But I'm pushing that back as far as possible because I'm having other economic plans before that. Anyway, that about that. Reviews. And some of these records are almost embarrassing that I have. But this is Izabella, and this is Izabella Scorupco, more known as a actress. But it's quite it's solid pop. It's written by good pop writers, and it's well recorded in a good studio and stuff like that. And she's probably pitch corrected in some digital manner, but it sounds okay. It's not my favorite kind of music, but it wasn't as bad as I was expecting. Um, it is what it is. It might be worth if you like solid pop songs, so why not give it a listen. This one I like a lot, JJ, and it's called the album's called Intro, and I almost had forgotten about this one, but this record I listened to a lot back in the day. Obviously got it 92, so it's I don't remember when I listened to it a lot later, but I remembered every song. I could sing along in most of the songs and everything. It's I like it a lot. It's kind of pop rock ballad stuff, but it's really nice tunes and really well recorded and everything. It's I don't know what makes this record, but it's really nice. I might put that on the training video. We'll see. I also have chopped up all the songs are ripped in now, so I don't have those full record side stuff to put to the video. So I tend to select a very long song, and there's no very long songs on that record. So we see. It might be some Jean-Michel Jarre or something. Anyway, Michael Jackson, Bad. This is not my record, but could be, because I kind of like this record actually, even though it's a secret. However, this is my brother's wife's record, and the first thing I have to do with her records is to remove makeup stains and fingerprints and stuff on it, and to make matters worse, that didn't completely. Usually that reveals a pretty good record that sounds okay. This one, however, really a lot of noise, a lot of it. This might clean up with a record machine, a record cleaning machine. So, but it's not mine. So it might be better to just buy a new copy. We'll see. It's cheaper than a complete machine anyway. So we'll see. This is a kind of a favorite artist of mine, Gina Jacobi, Tido Rum, Time and Space. Time and room can be translated in two ways, but it's probably time and space that is referred to here. And this is her, I think, first album, and it's quite a good effort. You can hear it's kind of simplistic in the recording techniques and everything, but it's from 86, so it's from that time period. And she got, for some reason, compared locally in Sweden. It's a Swedish artist, so a lot to Kate Bush. It really doesn't sound like Kate Bush, but I understand what they mean. She's experimental and kind of it's more straight pop music, but with a lot of twists and turns. That makes it a little bit more fun than usual pop. So if you can bear Swedish language, or even are Swedish, so please give it a listen. And this another Gina Jacobi record, På jakt efter solen, Chasing the Sun, or something like that. This is a better record still. It's more mature, it's better written, more, the experimental stuff is more in tune with the songs, and really good records. And I recommend it highly for everyone, no matter what language you used to listen to. It's really nice. Then one of these $1 records, Vinnie James, All American Boy. When I pick these up and listen to it, I have absolutely zero expectation. This is kind of, I think it's a pop rock, more rock, a little bit of country vibe and stuff like that. It's kind of middle of the road. It's an okay album for that type of music. Not my cup of tea really, but it sounds nice, and it's not a bad listen to. So not a necessary buy. Then once in a while you have one of these one-back records that stands out a little bit. This is Paul Janz, Renegade Romantic. Musically, this is kind of it's not bad, it's not good, it's just but then you listen to the recording quality, and it's everything quality-wise about this record is really nice. This is a record you can sit and just listen to the sound of it. It's I don't know what makes it. It's really nice to listen to it, but musically it could be better. But it kind of it's getting rescued by its sheer production quality. And all the musicians, the singer, and everything is really good. So it gets enjoyable no matter what. It's the kind of record when you really can enjoy something that's really not your exact cup of tea, but it's just so well done that you just can appreciate that. Most live music is that way. You can go to a concert that particularly small stage stuff and just randomly experience something wonderful, even though it's completely out of your bag. So that kind of stuff. Another little bit of quality stuff is Japan tin drum. And this is, of course, where David Sylvian and Mick Karn, Richard Barber, and Steve Janson started. And they are all done very interesting stuff solo, and I particularly like Mick Karn's solo albums, and David Sylvian is not bad either, and particularly when they throw in a few other odd collaborators and stuff, and they all often collaborates within this group too in albums, and they are all good stuff, experimental and a little bit world music kind of inspirational stuff. It's not even close to my favorite prog metal or something, but it is experimental. It is kind of progressive in that way, so I really appreciate it. And these early Japan records is not any different. They always had that stuff within them. So on the other hand, you kind of recognize them every time. So they kind of stick to a sound all through the years, but that doesn't need to be a bad thing. It's but it's good stuff all the way through. Another little bit of I haven't chopped these songs up yet. It's the newest rips. And Jean-Michel Jarre, Oxygen, his first. It's kind of strange that that this is actually his first album, because when you listen to it now, I kind of expected that it would feel dated now, but it's really, really good. And the stuff he could do with a synthesizer for the time was mind-breaking for most people. And nowadays, that probably doesn't sound that impressive, but it does hold up musically and everything. So I really recommend, if you haven't listened to this, and especially the younger generation, look at the date when this was made, and consider what the stuff he used to make this album, because it's kind of mind-boggling. It's a fantastic record, actually. So highly recommended to listen to. And then I have a bunch of CDs of him, and the next vinyl album I have is quite a few years later. And this is Suluk. This one he got a lot of shit for because it's quite different from his usual stuff. But if you listen to it nowadays, it isn't all that different, actually. And you can recognize Jean-Michel Jarre stuff in this everywhere. It's just that he takes in a lot of other influences too in this album. And to me, this is the best he's ever done. It's my absolute favorite Jean-Michel Jarre albums. Please listen to it carefully, listen to it repeatedly if you don't get it, because you will get it. It's just fantastic, I think. This is the favorite one. Listen to it, please. And buy it. Another one, Jean-Michel Jarre, Waiting for Cousteau. This is kind of, it feels like Jean-Michel Jarre just going along, making another record. It's not bad. It just doesn't do anything special or anything. Compared to Suluk, this is completely bland, but it isn't bad if you compare it to stuff like Magnetic Fields, and then it's around that quality. But and it's well recorded. It's a little bit newer, so please listen to it. Oh, I took a protein bar and a little bit of kale between the training video and this one, so I'm kind of full actually. Kale is fantastic that way. Anyway, Jethro Tull, Aqualung. This is the Jethro Tull album everybody should know about, and at least I've listened to it, so you can get what Jethro Tull is about. And it's pretty much Ian Anderson and his flutes and guys. And it's recording is kind of flat, if you know what that means. It's not a lot of effects. It's all about composition and music, and it goes very far with that. And it's a typical 70s record. It doesn't have much bass and stuff like that, but it's all about the music. So it's worth listening to, but maybe it has been getting a little bit old. Maybe it is remastered with a little bit fuller sound, and that should actually help a little bit for the younger ears. And another Jethro Tull album, Catfish Writing, is this last one I have today. This is quite a few years later. This is from '91, and it's still Jethro Tull, sounding like Jethro Tull, and it's a little bit modern record. It actually has a little thump in the bass drum and stuff like that. It's well recorded, and it's typically Jethro Tull music, and it kind of is better than Aqualung, but it's not as classic. So you make your own judgment there, but it's a good Jethro Tull album. I have some on CD that is not as good as this one anyway. So that's it for today, and I hope you enjoy it. It kind of dragged out this time too. I try to make a review video a little bit more often so that it doesn't get so long. Well then, bye for this time.